Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. That is caught by Brian Thomas Jr. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Has him on the quick hitter. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
11. Here we go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
11.
Working inside the red zone. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars reach pay dirt for the 1st time this game. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars tie this game 7-7. On now is Cook to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And that is how our 1st quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
South.
Running with Mixon out of the gun. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Connection made to Dell. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Give them 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Has a man, Dalton Schultz. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Look.
From the red zone now. This is complete to Schultz. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come. Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
23.
Running left with Bigsby. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
It's 6 yards on the gain, and now they've got 2nd and goal from the 1.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Mixon will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. And it's the Texans with only a yard to go here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Stroud. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Right, let's go.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 14. He's got his man. It's the rookie out of Colorado. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Red on red. Go, go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. That pass caught by Strange. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. The Jaguars are going to call their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Hey, 30 left.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Has it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Hey, Lion!
Lawrence working from the gun. The back's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. First down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. On now is Cook to kick this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Completed to his running back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 33 on 2nd down. Completed to Collins. And he'll get it up to the 44. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. On play action, here's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Chased out to his right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Hits his running back. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Cut near the Texans grow the lead coming out of halftime. Nico Collins with the touchdown. Point after up and good by Fairbairn. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And they won't return this, so with the new rules and because it hit in the landing zone first, the touchback will only come out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And no look there, that throw falls to the ground.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Able to find Strange here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. No, no, no.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Down the run right, throwing deep down. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 13-point lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Texans double their lead to 14. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And no return, as this is going to be a touchback. And with our new kickoff rules starting this year, the ball only comes out to that 20-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go, son.
A give right side, here's Bigsby. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Christian Harris on the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
First time this game they've looked to him. Fourth down coming up. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Secures this at the 17. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And it's going to be Texans football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Oh, hey. Hey.
Shotgun now for Stroud. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Finding Collins. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Fits it through the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Schultz with the catch. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Robbie.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Collins got it left side. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
The throw is caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Stroud off the play fake. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans have likely locked up the win right there. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans stretch their lead to 21. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Red on red.
The running back gets it on the draw. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Hey.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Hey, Lion.
First and 10 from the 41. Again, it's Bigsby. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The give here on second. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll run this with Bigsby. And it's a nice game, but they needed just 1 more yard to move the chains. Call it 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 4th down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Jaguars trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Hey, run.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Keeping it with Mixon. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
On the quick, right? Buggy.
So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win.